Hello, Year 12. It's great to have a chance to speak to you. As you can see, I'm in school. I'm in 3P2 upstairs in the sixth form block. We've got some messages that we'd like to give you today from the sixth form team and also from some of your teachers. So before I go on to say any more to you, I'm going to start by doing some shout outs from some subject teachers. So I've now got some messages and shout outs from your subject areas. So firstly, politics. A massive well done to Toby, Dylan and Kahara. The level of commitment to their politics studies over lockdown has been unwavering, and as a result they've managed to make great progress. I'm very proud of the work they've done. Well done, guys. Literature. We've been so impressed with the efforts you've made under such challenging circumstances. We are so looking forward to having you back at school so we can have lively discussions about the texts again and watch great new plays together. We're so glad you've all chosen a second text for your coursework essay, and we really hope you enjoy reading them over summer. In September, we're looking forward to hearing your thoughts on the issues raised in the novels you've chosen. Also, well done to Alam for the immense amount of dedication she's shown. It's been really impressive. Great work, all of you. Sociology. We'd like to pass on how impressed we've been with the Year 12 sociologists' work ethic, dedication and determination to keep up with their learning in lockdown. Particularly fantastic effort from Keziah, Helen, Mahima, Lynn, Janae, Alam, Yeet, Eden, Jalika, Dylan, Zainab, Fatma, Lillian and Aisha. Special mention to Alam again for going above and beyond with motivation and determination. Exceptional achievement in sociology this year from Lynn, Mahima and Dylan. Geography. For the geographers, I'm so impressed at how hard you've worked during this weird time. We've completed an entire new unit and we've only been able to do it because you've been such dedicated, hard-working students. I want to shout out Ibrahim and Lynn especially for their excellent attendance throughout, and Annie for a huge turnaround and subsequent excellent work. Well done to you all. I'm so proud of you. Great stuff, geographers. Drama. Well done to the Year 12 drama group for your perseverance through this difficult time. Some of you have shown determination to your studies and we've been so very proud of you. I've really enjoyed chatting to you most days and looking forward to smashing all of our practical work in September. I know lots of you are desperate to be acting and creating again. Look after yourselves, enjoy your summer and keep practicing your accents and characters. I look forward to hearing some of those accents in September. Biology. Thank you, biologists, for all your hard work finishing the Year 12 course, revising for exams and being very welcoming to new teachers. Thanks particularly to Anika, Mahima, Halima and Lynn for making sure we knew what was going on, and lots of teachers changed for you and your quick responses were much appreciated. You've been great at letting us know what you want to revise and where the gaps were. We look forward to seeing you all next term. Great stuff, biologists. Spanish. A humongous shout out to Jaden, Siraj, Suwani and Marlo for consistent participation, hard work and integrity from the very start. So proud of all four of them for their outstanding work ethic and superb results. Missing them lots and looking forward to seeing them all in September. Computer science. Everyone in computer science, they never cease to amaze me with their hard work and integrity, and getting to work with such amazing people has been a real highlight of my year. Really good to hear, guys. DT. It's been a pleasure working with you all, and I've been continually impressed with your maturity and hard work throughout the lockdown period. Excellent stuff, all of you. Sport. Well done to Ozjan on his effort in BTEC Sport. He's consistently produced a high standard of work despite challenging conditions, and I'd certainly echo that from media as well. And then lastly, media, well done on all you've achieved this year. Your hard work and enthusiasm for the subject has been both impressive and a genuine pleasure. Please be reminded that before you start your coursework, you need to finish your research plan document and your aims and intentions, and these are to be completed over summer. And I'd also just quickly like to shout out Alam there as well, so she can get a hat trick because she's been fantastic in all three of her subjects. I'm now going to hand over to Miss Underwood and Mr. Fox, who got some video messages for you.
Hey everyone, hope you and your families are well. Just a quick note from me, just say really well done over the past few months. I know that's been really challenging, but we are back in September and I'm really thrilled about that because I've missed you guys. I've even missed moaning at you. Go up the stairs the right way, make sure you got your work, stop annoying Sue in the canteen. So we are back to our new normal in September. So have a lovely summer holiday, have a rest, get outside, do a bit of work, but also do make sure that you have some downtime because we have obviously got a massive year ahead of us. And I can't wait to see you. So I will see you in on the 13th of August. So you're coming into full results day. And then, as I say, we will be straight back on it in September. But before I go, a quick shout out to a couple of my history team. I've written your names down, otherwise I'll forget some of you. Toby, Jalika, Aisha, Dylan, Siraj, Ibrahim, Lillian, Tuche, huge well done for you guys. You've especially been on virtually every call over lockdown and always getting working on time, so really well done. And there are so many other students in the year group that have shown such commitment. I will stop talking now, but have a good holiday, guys, and I will see you very soon. 13th of August, do not forget results day. See you then. Bye.
Hi Year 12, so I just wanted to say well done for getting to the end of the year. You are now finally completed Year 12 and officially on your way into Year 13. So massive well done to every one of you. It's certainly been the most unique first year of a sixth form probably anyone will ever have in their education. So it's safe to say that. If you think about back when we started Stubbers, in your induction week, and you had your first half term, and you were finding out what your courses were like, so you changed your courses, and you went through that whole process into your regular kind of everyday life sixth form to where we are now. You've just finished completing your online kind of assessments that we gave you. You're in a very different place. So well done for getting through that journey and getting to where you are now. I really look forward to kind of coming back in September and seeing you all in Year 13. It is pretty much business as usual in Year 13 in September. As most of you will be aware that you are the priority for getting things done next year, and it should look pretty much as normal, but things might be slightly different. So obviously there'll be things to talk about in September, but I'm really looking forward to seeing all of you in September. But a big well done for this year. I did record a slightly longer video before, so I'm going to try and get through all the points that I wanted to get through now quickly. So I've got some thanks I want to say. So big thank you to the prefects that I worked with in Year 12. You guys did a fantastic job. You were working every Friday doing your mentoring with the lower school. That made a huge difference to those students. All the jobs I was asking you to do randomly, all your duties. Thank you very much for doing that. I didn't get to say a final thanks for that due to lockdown, but that was a big support for everyone, staff and students, and I'm sure I've got plenty of jobs for you in Year 13. Big shout out to the students who applied for the student leadership team, head boy, head deputy, and the other positions. We will be finalising those positions and those interviews when we come back in Year 13, because we wanted to do this face to face. So look forward to appointing those positions and finalising those interviews next year. Next academic year in September. Thank you to the senior leadership teams, staff, for making it possible for a lot of the Year 12 to come into the building. It was really, really nice to see you, the students that came in. Even if it was for a couple of hours in the morning or the afternoon, I love working in a school. I've worked here for a long, long time. A lot of you will know that. But I love this job. I love working, with students. It is a fun job. Okay, as much as a lot of the time you might see me wandering around being grumpy, but it is a fun job, and part of that fun is being able to interact with students. So I've missed that a lot, and it was really nice to see you when you came in, even for those couple of hours. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all in September, and thank you for the senior leadership team for kind of working with the government guidelines that are ever changing to make that possible to get these students into school. Also, big thank you to your teachers. Big shout out to your teachers who've been working every day really hard to kind of teach you the online lessons and deliver your content and keep on top of where you are and keep on top of your work, marking your work, keeping in contact with us and you, to ensure that you've got a smooth transition into next year. And that is that was a huge ask for your teachers, who that is something that's completely different from what their job is usually, and they took that on really well. So well done to them, and thank you to them. for supporting you through this difficult time. Big thank you to the rest of the sixth form team who've been doing untold work behind the scenes. Big shout out to obviously Mr. Gawley, Miss Underwood, who've been running around back and forth, in and out of school, on emails all the time, phoning on the phone, just constantly keeping things going so that the structure is in place for all of you next year when we come back, and we can get back to kind of some sort of normality for you to move you forward with year 13. I also wanted to say that obviously the first thing you've got to look forward to is your summer holidays, so please enjoy your summer holidays, enjoy it safely, whatever that may look like for you. See your friends and family as much as you can safely. Relax, take some time to kind of think about year 13, and I will be available. I'm not going on holiday this year, shock. I can't speak for the rest of the sixth form team, I don't know, but I will be available over email. So if you need to get in touch about anything to do with sixth form, anything to do with anything else that you got worries, questions about, whatever it may be, just drop me an email, or I'm sure others in the sixth form team, drop them an email, and we will be available. It has been real pleasure to be able to kind of work with you as a cohort this last year, and I really do look forward to kind of moving on to next year, where you are stepping up to be year 13, top of the school, the role models for Bridge Academy, and things may look slightly different, but you need to remember why you are there, what you need to get out of sixth form, and where you're moving on to be. So it has been a very strange, unique year. I do look forward to seeing you. Enjoy your summer, rest, obviously stay safe, and I was going to say see you in September, but I will see you on results day. See you later.
Some really lovely words there from your sixth form teachers, but also from Mr. Fox and Miss Underwood as well. And I think what really comes across through all of that is just how impressed everyone has been with how you've dealt with what has been a truly extraordinary period. Mr. Fox spoke about the fact that we've been on a journey this year from, Stubbers when we first met to where we are today. And yes, we have been on a journey, and I've been on many journeys with year groups, but I have never been on a journey like this one, because all of the difficulties and challenges which have been presented to us as a result of coronavirus and the resulting lockdown have been truly extraordinary. And, certainly none of us in our wildest dreams would have imagined that they would have ended up like they have. So, from genuinely from the bottom of my heart, I am so impressed with you guys. It has not been easy. It has not been something which you can prepare for. We've just had to work out, and you guys have done that. You really have done that. You have shown real resilience in dealing with what has been just the most challenging sort of period, certainly during my career, but I'd say during my life as well. It's been very, very, very tough, and you guys have really responded well to it. So there are a few things that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Sorry if I'm looking down here, I've just got them on the screen in front of me. So first one is about exams. So your teachers have been really impressed with how you guys have done in your exams. Obviously remote exams aren't ideal. Microsoft Forms is not how we would want exams to be run in a perfect world. But you guys really stepped to the plate, and I was super impressed with the media and sociology ones that I marked. The level of detail and response in those exams really showed that you guys put in a shift. You really revised for those exams, and you took them very seriously. So well done for that. I think that takes a lot to kind of deal with exams in that sort of scenario. But you guys, I think you surpassed all of our expectations with those. So well done, genuinely well done. Obviously, you're not going to get the grades for those right away. So the reason for that is that we are going to have a proper results day, as Miss Underwood spoke about, on the 13th of August, a Thursday. Results days are always on a Thursday. And it's vital that you come in on that day, obviously to collect your results, but also to have your transition meeting. So we always have transitional progression meetings on that day where we discuss options for year 13. and you can't start year 13 without having a progression meeting. So it's absolutely vital that you come in on that day to have that progression meeting. If you know for absolutely certain that you're not going to be either in the country on that day or that you're not available on that day, then you need to let us know well in advance of that so that we can book you in a progression meeting before term starts again in September. With that in mind, we've been doing lots of planning. The senior leadership team have been absolutely brilliant. They've been taking the government guidance on board and thinking about how we're going to start things up in September. And we are, at the moment, as I've said before, we're planning for different scenarios for September. But it does seem from the latest government guidance that we have got the go-ahead to start in a generally regular manner. There are obviously going to be some changes, the way that you move around the building, where your rooms are, etc. There are going to be some changes for that period of time whilst we're still kind of dealing with coronavirus. So we will give you much more detail about that closer to time. And when you return in September, then everything that your that your day's going to look like will be laid out to you in lots of detail then. But I think the most important thing for me to say now is just to rest assured that you are going to get your education as you normally would. You're going to be back in school, you're going to be back in your lessons, you're not going to miss out on any of those things. You're going to get great A-level and BTEC results, and you're going to go on to great universities or apprenticeships or jobs and live great lives. So although this pandemic has caused significant problems, from September we are looking to get things and get you back on track as much as we can so that it doesn't cause a big bump in the road for you in terms of your progression. I just wanted to pass on a message from Miss Mensa as well. So she wanted me to talk to you guys just very briefly about Unifrog and UCAS. So obviously, ordinarily, we would have had a progression week where you would have been going to some universities on trips and you would have been talking to Miss Mensa about how to fill out UCAS forms, etc., etc. We haven't had a chance to do that yet. Miss Mensa is going to send out some guidance about all of these processes, and I know that she has done in the past. And she's going to try to make some phone calls over summer as well to speak to you guys about what you are intending to do and to give you some careers and higher education guidance. The one thing that she wants you to really start doing right away, and lots of you have actually been doing this, is logging onto Unifrog, logging onto UCAS, and actually having a look at university courses which you're interested in. So start doing your research now. This is really, really, really vital that you start doing your research now so that you can get ahead of the game when you come around to doing those applications. And the last thing that I want to speak about is just in terms of your well-being. And I know that, in the vast majority of cases, you guys have dealt with lockdown really well. I'd say far better than I have. I found lockdown really challenging, but I know you guys you've dealt with it really, really, really well. But all of those bits of advice that we gave you when you came into school about, making sure that despite anything happens, that you're still, socializing in a socially distanced way, that you're still exercising, talking to people, communicating, all of those things still should be the case during summer. Make sure that you're looking after yourselves over summer, and make sure that you're looking after each other over summer. Make sure that you're keeping in contact with people, speaking to people lots, communicating, because your well-being is so important to us. And obviously summer is this big 6-week window where we're not there to kind of look after you. So please look after yourself. And as Mr. Fox said in his video, we are still going to be around over summer. If there is anything that you need, then you can contact us via email. We're both, and Miss Underwood, back in school quite a lot from the 13th of August anyway. So if there's anything that you need at all, then please don't hesitate to get in touch. I am also going to include some numbers at the end of this video that you can call. So if you are going through anything and you don't feel like you can get in contact with us for some reason, or you can't talk to anyone at home, but I will include some numbers of people that you can call and some sort of helplines and guidance lines that you can call who might be able to provide you with some support as well. I also want to say, and I have said this before, that it is really important to maintain your caution as well. We are obviously in a position where we are kind of things are getting better for us as a country. Cases are going down, deaths deaths are going down, etc. But we are still in a position where I think it's really important to maintain our caution, to follow government guidance, to not do anything silly, to make sure that we are still socially distancing, to make sure that we're wearing masks on public transport, etc. Because what we don't want is to go through another lockdown. We don't want to be doing this all over again in the winter. That's the last thing in the world we want. So please make sure that whilst it's really important you're getting out there, you're socialising, you're looking after yourselves and each other, that you're also exercising some caution as well. I'm going to stop talking now because I have been rambling on, but it was just really nice to get a chance to speak to you guys because I have missed you. I've missed you loads. I really have. You are a wonderful year group. It's been such a pleasure working with you this year. And although our journey's been rocky with all of the pandemic and consequences, it's been a journey which I've really enjoyed, and I can't wait to pick it up again in September and to make sure that you get the most out of your time here at sixth form. So year 12, or should I say year 13 now really, look after yourselves, have a great summer, and I will see you all on the 13th of August. Take care, guys. Bye.